Hey there, my name is Martha, and if you're new, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. I have my What I've Been Warming. It's been a minute. I think the last What I've Been Warming video was in kind of mid-October. Yeah, or like about a month ago. So I have quite a few empties in here, and if you've been watching me and following along my journey here, I am warming less, and I'm good. Like today, I didn't warm anything. It's almost 2 o'clock. Didn't have anything on at all this morning. Just giving myself little breaks every once in a while between scents. I don't feel the need to have something all the time anymore because I think it's taken a long time. It's not overnight. I think I'm finally comfortable with where I'm at as far as how much wax I have. It's still more than I want. I'm not at my goal, but I feel I'm at a comfortable place where I don't feel like that obligation, that push to like, I gotta warm stuff all the time because I have so much wax I gotta get over with. Now it's like, yeah, I still have lots of wax that I want to reduce that number, but I'm also like not in a spot where I'm feeling that pressure all the time. Self-inflicted pressure. We all do a lot of self-inflicted things, I think, but that's just how I'm doing. And I don't feel the need to have a certain amount of Scentsy and a certain amount of Lavender. It's like, I'm going to warm what I'm going to warm. I have 3 Scentsy. That's all I've warmed in the past like month, and that's okay. So as I sort out my wax here, because I do like to be able to timestamp this and put this kind of in some order. Yeah, let me know how you're feeling. I mean, we're closing out. We're getting close to the end of the year here. I mean, we're like a month away from Christmas, I mean, that's scary. And then, just a little bit over a month away from a new year. So I'm just curious. I will be thinking about and kind of reflecting on what does my 2026 look like? What do I want it to be? The past 2 years I've done a wax goals, and I've stuck to them for the most part. So, and they've pivoted a little, they've changed a little bit over time. Each year my goal for 2025 was different than 2024. Still on the same track, just slightly different strategies. So, that's just the way it goes. Okay. I think I have this organized by vendor. All right, there we go. All right, so the Scentsy that I warmed, this is White Pumpkin and Driftwood. This is from October of 2023. This is a very strong scent. I warm this everywhere, in the open space downstairs, in the bedrooms. Very, very strong scent. This was the first scent that I warmed 2 weeks ago when I got back from Japan, and it was like, oof. And this is a scent that is in my club. Last year when it came out, I love this scent. This is bougie. This is really nice. This time around when I warmed it, I still liked it, but I just quickly realized after I came back from Japan, and there was a video about it last week kind of fell into this wax slump. Like I wasn't feeling these pumpkin scents. I wasn't like in the mood to warm them. And so I finished warming this, but it was almost just to finish it. I still like the scent. I still think it's a pretty scent, but I quickly realized, well, not quickly. It took me about a week to realize I think I'm not into fall scents right now. I think I'm ready for winter scents, and that time period of warming fall scents this year was really, really small. And it's probably the wax I have the most of. And I think that was part of the slump too, thinking, gosh, I have so much fall. I have so much pumpkin. I've been carrying it on year after. I mean, this stuff is hanging on. This is from 2023. Now I'm going to have it in 2026 most likely. And so I think that depressed me a little bit, the thought of it. And then I'm like, no, this is supposed to be something you love, something you enjoy. So if you're not enjoying those scents, just start over, which I've done. So that was another video. But in the meantime, like I'm smelling this now, it's very, very pretty. It is pretty. still going to keep it in my club. It was just sometimes the mood didn't match what I thought I should be melting, and that happens. But I really enjoy this scent. It is still available. It's currently available in the catalog. If you like those pumpkin scents, it's not like a bakery scent because of that driftwood. I just call it like a very good, like home fragrance kind of scent. It's not bakery. It's not quite lotion scent, but it's just this pretty scent. So you do have some of that spice. The pumpkin, like I said, isn't like pumpkin, like baked pumpkin or pumpkin pie. It's a little different with the white pumpkin. So it is a very, very good performing scent. And I do enjoy it. It just made me realize, like, I'm in a funk. I think I'm in a funk. Another one that was in my basket when I first did my November basket, not my redo, was Fall Into Love. And I almost put this away, and then I smelled it on cold, and I'm like, you know what? This has eucalyptus. It has some other things. It's not just fall. And so it's got some tree in there. So I did warm this all over the place, and this was a good performer for me. This is not a scent that I would necessarily repurchase. He was nice, but I'm kind of neutral. I was like, meh, kind of neutral about it. But it was a okay performer, not super, super powerful, but also not, like a 1 or 2. So I'd call this like a medium performer, and it was okay, but honestly, not super memorable. So that's Fall Into Love. I don't know if I have any more of these. Sometimes I accumulate wax, even though I don't buy it. Maybe it was gifted to me. I don't remember. And then Dashing. This is also from October of 2023. I do not believe it is in the catalog anymore. I liked the scent when it first came out. I thought it was very pretty, but very light. It's got a nice vanilla and mahogany, and it is a very pretty scent. So for me, this is like a bedroom only scent. What was nice about this one, even though it's softer, even though it's not a 10 out of 10 as far as throw and strength, I'd say maybe it's more like a 3 or 4. It's a very pretty scent, and it lasted. I had this for 2.5 days, and I could still smell it. Soft, very very but I could smell it. And it was such a pretty scent that I remember why. I don't think I have this in my club, but I remember why I considered it for a club. I think it's too soft necessarily for me in what I want as much. I'm okay with soft scents if I love them. I really liked this one. I can't say it's a love, like where it's worth a spot in my club. But really good. And I was actually impressed that I could still smell it. I'd say 2 days. By the half day was definitely, I couldn't really smell it, but 2 full days, I could smell it, even though it was on the softer side. Definitely for a smaller bedroom, but really nice. I like that one. Okay, let's talk about some things that didn't work for me. And this is not new, and this is the old formula. So I just want to be clear, this is the old formula. I've not tried Dessa's new formula. I heard the new formula is working better for people, but this is the old formula. So this is from 2023. I tried Coffee on Main, and what I did find is this actually worked fine in my 25 bulb Scentsy warmer. I also put it in tea lights on a separate day because I didn't think it was going to work in my Scentsy warmer, but it did. So this one I could smell. It was wafting up. I wouldn't say it's super strong, but I could kind of get whiffs of it. And I have this weird thing that I've been finding. In my bathroom upstairs, I can very easily pick up something I'm warming down kind of in the kitchen area. I don't know if it's just going up a vent, like directly, and then reaching this bathroom on this other side. I don't know what it is, but a lot of times in the bathroom, like I could really smell what I'm warming downstairs, but it's not in the hallway. It's very strange. So anyway, this was okay. I liked it as a coffee scent. It wasn't bitter. It was kind of a creamy coffee. This is Coffee on Main. So I liked it, but I do find that I am getting more and more tired of coffee scents, so I don't warm them as often. Then this next one is Fireflies. I really wanted to like this one. I do like the scent of it. This is roasted marshmallow, cedar wood, damp night air, and campfire. Like I really wanted, I had high hopes. I had high hopes that maybe it would perform just as good as Coffee on Main, but for me, I couldn't smell it. I really couldn't. And it was in a tea light. It was in a tea light, and I'm like, I'm kind of over the tea light. So this one, no, it didn't really give me much. Also, both of these had a tiny bit of like a dusty smell, like a little old, like dusty, like it's like a room that's been closed off for a long, long time. And then you go in there and there's a little bit of that. So I don't know if it's because it's 2 years old. I don't know. But I did get a little bit of this, maybe it's a damp night air. I don't know. I just got like a little bit of a dusty kind of note with it. So yeah, this just isn't working for me. So I might have a couple more Dessas, but I don't have high hopes for the old formulation. I think at some point later on, I don't know when, I don't know that it's next year necessarily. I do want to try her new formula. But yeah, I'm not itching. I'm not itching to try it. Okay, this one here is from Teddy Bees. This is the Good Witch. And I did not bring my glasses. Oh, man. Okay, so here we go. Vanilla Birch, Sensual Vanilla, Pink Chiffon, Blackberry, Raspberry, Cashmere Cream, and Marshmallow Clouds. I think I did pretty good. This is from, let's see, this is from April of this year. So for 2024, this is the only time I think I've purchased Teddy Bees this year. I might go in the RTS. I might, after I said a few weeks ago I wasn't going to buy any more this year, but I might. And that's just because of the video last week. I have a strategy here, and it's kind of exciting me about wax, and it's going to work. It's going to work. So this is the Good Witch. I like this. I like this a lot. This was very pretty. Medium throw. I mean, Teddy Bees, I think we all hear about this throughout the wax community. It can be very hit and miss for people. I think I get more hits than misses, but those hits are softer. And I'm okay with softer wax. And by softer, I don't mean I can't smell it. That's, to me, a miss. By softer, I mean I can smell it. It's a little more of maybe just above a background scent. It's a little more than a background scent. But this one, I could smell. It was very pretty. Not like a 10 out of 10 as far as throw, but I'd give it a medium. Very, very pretty scent. I warmed this in open space. I warmed it in the bedrooms. I used tea light downstairs. When I'm going to do Teddy Bees, unless I know it's one of those powerful ones, which does happen, I do use a tea light usually, or a, I'm losing my vocabulary in the wax here, or a hot plate. Hot plate? It's been a while since I've talked about wax. So yes, so I did like this one. I would buy this again. If I saw this again, I would buy it. It was a very, very pretty scent, and I like that one. Okay, let's go to Rose Girls. So this is Morning Sex with Spruce Willis in the Haunted Library. So earlier, maybe July, April, I don't know when. I didn't mark it. I bought a sampler of the Haunted Library. This has a little bit of a Christmas winter note to it with the spruce, and I really enjoyed this one. I like this one a lot. So this was a sample, but really, really nice. So that was, and it was a good performer. I did put this downstairs. And then Grandma Got Run Over by a Chain Chomp. This is Blackberry Jam Butter Cookies, Cotton Candy Frosting, and Waffle Cone. I just got this, not even 2 weeks ago, just about 2 weeks ago. And I used up this whole bag. This makes me happy. This was one of the things I decided to do. It's like, if this haul gets me excited about wax, then I'm going to warm it. I'm going to warm it. And with Rose Girls, I can warm it pretty much right away. So this was a good performer, and it's everything I remembered it to be. This is a repurchase, so I would repurchase this again. This is the second time I've ordered this one. The blackberry is just really pretty. I like that in here. I'm not a big fan of cotton candy frosting, but it doesn't, because it gives me a sour note with some vendors. I didn't get that at all here. This was just really nice, and there's a good sweetness to it, almost like a candy sweetness. So really good. I loved it. Warmed it everywhere. So that was Rose Girls. Okay. Then let's do these onesies here. This is from VCS. I think this is the last thing I have from VCS. This was gifted to me by April. Gosh, that was last year when he gave that to me. Wow, that was May of 2024. Time flies. This year flew like so fast. So this is Johanna, fresh strawberries blended with rosemary mint shaving cream. I warmed this, I think, before I left for October. My gosh, before I left for Japan. And yeah, this was a okay performer for me. It was one I think I warmed down in open space. I'd say it was a medium performer in open space, and I think I had a little bit in the guest room. Yeah, very pretty. I liked it. I like the rosemary. I'm finding that I do like a little bit of rosemary in my wax, a little savoriness, a little spice in there. It's different. And it was good. So this might be the last VCS. I think it is. And I've never purchased it myself, and I can't remember now if she's back in business, she's not in business. I don't remember. I don't follow all the wax groups like I used to. So this next one here is Smoked Cherry Tobacco Vanille. This is from my friend who makes wax. I think she was playing around with some names for her company. So on this one, it says Scent Menagerie. I don't know if that's what she's going to call her company. If she ever sells it publicly right now, it's just for friends. But this smells exactly like you would think. So it's pipe tobacco, amaretto, cherries, spiced rum, sandalwood, smoked vanilla, tonka, Peru balsam, and bitter almond. She poured this May of 2024. And yeah, it's smoked cherry and tobacco vanilla. So very much a perfume scent, smoky perfume scent, kind of a Tom Ford, basically, combination of Lost Cherry and tobacco vanilla, which I think are both Tom Ford scents. So this I really enjoyed. I warmed this here in my bedroom. I'd say it was a medium performer, but perfect, but the right kind of scent for the room. And I would wake up every morning and I'd be like, oh, there it is. Yes, I can smell it. So that was very nice. Okay, next ones here are from That Smell Good shop. So I have Cashmere Plum. This is sweet plum, dark berries, freesia, and cashmere. I warmed this just a couple days ago, and I warmed this everywhere. So I put one of those little squares in my Scentsy warmers. I am using less warmers. I am using less wax. Again, that's, I think, my nose reset, so I'm good with that. So 3 downstairs and 3 upstairs, and this smelled really nice. I'd give this like a 7 out of 10 as far as throw and strength, given the, 3 warmers and 500 square feet, and then up here is maybe about 400 square feet upstairs. So that's how I divided it up. And what is this? How many ounces? That's 2 ounces. 2 ounces in both floors. So for medium performer, it just goes to show you a little, you don't need much. These cubes are very powerful. And I really enjoy this. I do like a nice plum. This had the berries. It had a touch of floral to it. The cashmere. It was a really nice, kind of perfect for this time of year. And I did enjoy this. I would consider getting this one again. What am I trying to say? I would consider getting it again, but I also could live without it, I guess is what I'm getting at. This next one, I think that's how I feel about all, except for the last one I'll talk about. Gadzooks. This is sweet red cherry and zucchini bread. Again, if you like cherry, which I do, I really did enjoy this one, and I do like zucchini bread. So this was also really nice. Did the same thing. I warmed, 3 downstairs, 3 upstairs. And this was a good performer. It lasted a day. I'd say with both of these, it didn't necessarily last more than a day, but about 24 hours is probably about right. I do leave my warmers on most of the time, all day long. So yeah, you got a nice cherry scent with the zucchini bread. And it's a good zucchini bread. So same thing. I don't know if I get it necessarily again, because there's so many wax blends, and I'm really trying to stick to absolute loves. Like, I have to smell that again. That's the way I'm looking at it. Like, if I didn't smell those again ever in my life, I'm sure there would be other cherry, zucchini bread scents that would fill that void. But this one I definitely want to get again. This one is Phoenix. It's cocoa butter cashmere, cashmere woods, and cashmere cream. I love cashmere, and this is just 2 cubes. I warmed it here in the bedroom, and it was very nice. Like, this was so pretty. Very body lotion type of scent, but so pretty, and it performed great with 2 cubes, 1 in each warmer on either side of my room. And really nice. So I would absolutely get this one again. So those were from that Smell Good shop, which I don't buy from often. Oh, it's just so many vendors, so many good vendors out there. You know, got to spread the wealth here a little bit. All right, let's talk about Lavender and Speckles. So I finished both of these. This is Palo and Tons of Vanilla. I love this scent. I had started working on it last year, and then I finished it this year because this was the larger bag. This is from, or maybe I started working on this 3 years ago, potentially. No, 2 years ago. 2 years ago. I got this in November of 2023. My brain is already thinking we're in 2026. Oh gosh. We're in trouble. Okay, so this is Palo Santo and Tons of Vanilla Bakery with a hint of cinnamon and spiced vanilla. I really like this one. I would get this again. I love her Palo Santo and her vanilla. I mean, I love vanilla scents. This was really, really nice. This was the harder wax, the bunt wax, her original, and the Palo is smoky, but it's like a sweet smoky, and then you've got the vanilla. I almost feel like there could be, and is there in here? I almost feel like maybe it's the mix of the Palo with the vanilla, that there's like vanilla birch in here. I'm kind of getting that sense, but I think it's the mix with the Palo, which is a little, woody note, and lots of vanilla. So this was great, performs great. I could smell it everywhere, warmed it everywhere. This is fantastic. So that is an absolute yes repurchase. This next one is pine cones and spice and sugar cookies. This is roasted pine cones, pumpkin pie spice, cinnamon buns, and sugar cookies. I love her pine cones. It's one of those oils that she has that I think she can blend it with anything, and I would probably buy it and probably really like it. So I did enjoy this one. I don't know. There's something about the oil that she uses for pine cones. It's so, for me, so kind of authentic of a fresh pine cone with that outdoors. It's got that outdoors kind of smell. It's just so good. This is so good. And then you have a little bit of spice, a little bit of cinnamon in there. I don't pick up pumpkin pie, and so when I refreshed my basket, this was one of the ones that I kept, and I was like, I'm kind of over pumpkin, but I really don't pick up pumpkin in here, so that's why I kept it. I really just got the roasted pine cones and like a bakery, sugar cookie, a little spice. It was great. It was really, really nice. So would I buy this one again? Yes, I would. I would absolutely get that again. Okay, before I left for Japan, and before my little wax slump, and before thinking I'm over fall, I warmed a little bit more of the pumpkin pie pound cake from Knowles Farm Scents. This is a love of mine. I've talked about this. I yelled it from the mountaintops of how great this scent is. I still think that, even though I'm not in a pumpkin mood. I haven't warmed it, since I've been back, but before I left, I warmed it. And this, I could warm this again. This one isn't saying no to me. This is just such a good scent that I do enjoy, but it is still pumpkin, and I am a little over it, but I wouldn't mind dropping 2 cubes or something in there, later this week, but I'm not going to. This is vanilla pound cake, pumpkin souffle, pumpkin pie, because I want to get into the tree scents and the minty scents and all of that. So anyway, love the scent. Still working on it. This was a loaf that I've chopped up, and this just goes to show you, because I got this back in 2023, why I just can't do loaves, even on a scent that I love. It just takes too long for me, because as I said earlier in the video, I really only use like 3, maybe 4 warmers downstairs. So that's 4. And up here, typically 2 warmers. That's 6. Sometimes, but not all the time, I'm warming something in the guest bedroom. So that could be 7. And then I have my bathrooms 8, 9. The most I probably have going is 10 warmers. 10 warmers total. And I only drop in like one of these squares. Basically, I cut it kind of to the size that I would put in. There's probably ½ ounce, maybe 1 ounce, 0.9 ounce the most in a warmer. So I don't go through a lot of wax. And so it just takes me forever to use a loaf. And because I like variety and and my nose has changed and all of that stuff, even if it's a scent I love, like it's got to be from a vendor that maybe a scent doesn't come around often. So I'd say maybe Teddy Bees. I do have some loaves, but actually I have more loaves from Knowles Farm Scents than I do Teddy Bees. And I feel like Travis does a really great job of listening and adding things in by request. Not that Tiffany doesn't, she does, but she has her catalog is enormous that, you may not get it, even though it has a lot of votes just because of how huge it is. So I kind of like that Knowles is still in a place where, he has a lot of scents but I think the favorites can come back and there's a greater chance of getting them back every year potentially, or at a quicker clip maybe than I need to buy a loaf. Hopefully that made sense. I feel like I just went on and on. Okay, last ones. Sassy Girl Aroma. So I just finished Fall Yoga Pants by the Fire. So this was a loaf too. This was a loaf from 2023. So I did finally finish this one. This is one of my favorite fall scents from her. Fall Yoga Pants by the Fire has pumpkin pecan waffle, cider lane, and marshmallow fireside. There's something so comforting and cozy about the scent that I really do love it. And I kept it in my basket. It was one of the keepers, and it's just such a good scent. Great performer. Sassy Girl performs really, really well for me. And yeah, I really enjoyed warming this in the bedrooms, downstairs. I had just a little bit left, so I'm like, okay, I'm just going to finish it off. I'll put it everywhere. And, because I do have another loaf. So saying that I shouldn't have loaves, I have another loaf of it, I'm pretty sure. Okay, Psychiatric Ward. This is butter cookies with blackberry and strawberry jam, vanilla bean Noel, donuts, and zucchini. This is another scent that I love from Sassy Girl Aroma, and I'm out. So I used it, and I have so much more wax from Sassy Girl that I love, and so I'll be okay for a little while. I do see this come back from time to time, so this will be one that I would repurchase in the future. Although, as I'm looking at all the Sassy Girl that I have, I may have to do another year of not buying Sassy Girl Aroma. Maybe I'll get to it next year, but I still have that drawer is full, so I need to use up that drawer before I buy more Sassy Girl Aroma. And I have a lot of great scents in there that I love. I have like maybe a brittle and a half, like Adam's Beach Party. I have Montego Bay. I have a lot of really good scents that I love. So let me use those up first before I repurchase. But yeah, love that scent. I would absolutely get it again. I feel like I have a little piece of hair or something. I'm not sure. And then this one is Flannel Weather. This is, I could see it, like my peripheral vision, like there's a lint or something. Okay, Flannel Weather. This is a warm blend of bergamot, mahogany, and delicate veil of musk. So this is from December of 2023. This is the last time I purchased from Sassy Girl, was December of 2023. I still have a little bit left. But honestly, I didn't love the scent. It's just so heavy, such a heavy mahogany, I think. I like masculine scents, I do, but this is maybe just a little too much. Little overdone. So I think this is best mixed with something maybe like more vanilla. I feel like this will be better mixed with something so it's just not this scent overpowering a room. This is a very strong performer as well. So that's part of it. Very strong and very, very heavy on mahogany and bergamot. So very masculine to me. I love mahogany, but like this is just a little too much, a little too much. So it needs something to just downplay it a little bit. So that is flannel weather. So this would be one that I would not buy again just for that reason, but great performer. Very, very good performer. So that is what I melted in the past, I don't know, 3 weeks or so. Let me know what your favorites were this week. For me, gosh, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I kind of told you what worked and what didn't. I would say fall yoga pants. It's just like a comforting scent. I really liked Good Witch. That was a new to me one that I enjoyed. So yeah, I'll say those. Those are pretty good. But I generally liked everything that I warmed, and I'm very happy with what I warmed. And I feel like I'm in a good spot. Still working, lowering my numbers. It's still happening, but I'm enjoying what I have. And I don't have much left in my November basket. So we have about a week, just a week left at the time of recording. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things in here to melt. So the goal isn't always to get through it, but if I do, that's a bonus. So anyway, thank you so much. Let me know what you enjoyed this week, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Oh, if you still stuck around, my Japan video is coming. I'm not joking, about 10 hours trying to get all the photos and videos together, organize them so I know what photo is what when I go and edit it. And yeah, that took a long time, a lot longer than I thought, but so close. I am so close. So hopefully that will be the next video. We'll see. All right. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.